ACB presents 2022 Audio Description Project Achievement Awards in Audio Description. Jeff Tom, ADP Awards Committee Chair.
Each year, the Audio Description Project, as one of its many initiatives, recognizes outstanding contributions to the field of audio description. This year, we are pleased to be presenting awards in 5 categories: performing arts, media, museums, the international arena, and the public sector. We also remember the contributions of Dr. Margaret Pfanstiehl and Barry Levine for the Dr. Margaret Pfanstiehl Memorial Award for Research and Development and the Barry Levine Memorial Award for Career Achievement in Audio Description. Awards committee members will present these awards. To present the award for achievement in the area of performing arts for individuals, here is ACB Executive Director Eric Bridges.
Achievement in Audio Description, Performing Arts, Individual. Eric Bridges, ACB Executive Director.
Well, my name is Eric Bridges, and I'm the Executive Director of the American Council of the Blind, and I'm so pleased to recognize the Executive Director of the Iowa Radio Reading and Information Service, Mary Frances Evans. I've known Mary Frances for many years, and I'm a fellow proud Iowan, and would like to talk with you a little bit about IRIS's dedication to audio description over the last decade. After receiving some funding, they were able to reach out to the Des Moines Performing Arts, place equipment into theaters, and hire volunteers. And along the way, we're able to bring out our own Dr. Joel Snyder to train those volunteers in audio description. In October of that year, the first audio described theater event took place in Iowa with a audio described performance of Les Miserables. Mary Frances and her team have been passionately dedicated to this work for the last decade. And in fact, one penultimate experience within the state of Iowa was a performance of The Miracle Worker, which was completely accessible. The Sensation team, which is the group of volunteers that provide audio description, worked with the cast of The Miracle Worker to lay out all of the proper pacing so that there could be live audio description during the actual performance. It is due to her dedication, energy, and frankly, dynamism that I am so proud to be able to be here today. Congratulations, Mary Frances.
Mary Frances Evans, Executive Director, Iowa Radio Reading Information Service.
Wow, Eric, thank you. I'm astonished and surprised. We just do what we do, but it doesn't matter if there's nobody coming to use it. And ICUB and the ACB chapters in Iowa, this would not, they're 50% of this, because it doesn't matter if nobody's coming and if nobody's spreading the word. But it's been one of the most fun things I've ever been involved with. You mentioned the Miracle Worker, a full access performance of live theater at the Des Moines Playhouse, and how we worked with the actors Helen Keller doesn't advance the story very much audibly, right?
Correct.
So she would freeze and the actors would freeze in place while we caught up to describing what actions she was doing. We added about 20 minutes to the show, but I'll tell you, that afternoon with that audience, even though we all knew how that play ended, it was silent followed by tears when the show ended, because it was such an intimate experience for everyone involved, because the actors, the audience, the audio describers were all kind of connected together in this. We did it under the excuse of accessibility, but it kind of wove the story together into such a much more intimate experience for everybody.
Achievement in Audio Description, Performing Arts, Organization. Jeff Tom, ADP Awards Committee Chair.
The award for Performing Arts Organization goes to Prime Stage Theater, their producing and artistic director, Wayne Brenda, and their audio describer, Nathan Ruggles, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Prime Stage Theater, since its founding in 1996, has made outstanding contributions to audio description. Since 2017, the year Nathan began describing for Prime Stage, all of its productions have included description. But Nathan has brought more than just audio description to Prime Stage's patrons. He suggested, and the theater instituted, touch tour workshops before the described performances, so that patrons could touch costumes and props and even look at the set. With the advent of the pandemic, under Nathan's guidance, Prime Stage began providing audio description with all live performances that are streamed through its website. This included productions that are closed captioned and streamed in several languages through Prime Stage's Engage Op program for genocide awareness. Wayne and Nathan, congratulations to you and Prime Stage for all that you have done for the patrons of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in audio description.
Nathan Ruggles, audio describer, Prime Stage Theater.
Well, thank you very much. It's definitely my honor and privilege to not only receive this award, but to have been able to work with Prime Stage Theater. Our relationship really it's a story of commitment and of collaboration. Right now in the audio description world, a lot of folks are struggling over quality versus quantity. And when Prime Stage, asked that question, quality versus quantity, they said yes. Let's do both. Some organizations may check the accessibility box for audio description, and Prime Stage, they ask me, where's the checkoff list of the things that we need to do? And in the midst of a pandemic, not only are they providing audio description, but they're expanding it to include streaming access at the same time where some may be cutting back. And as far as some specific thanks for folks, certainly all the staff there at Prime Stage, Wayne, Connie Brenda, finance director, Debbie Saranka, who's the accessibility coordinator, and Kim Brown does their costumes, and she provides me great information on those as well. John Michael Bohatch, J.R. Shaw as well. I think we should also thank the Greater Pittsburgh Arts Council and City Theater in Pittsburgh. They have provided us with the equipment for providing the audio description. The staff at the New Hazlet, where the Prime Stage has their productions, working all the work they do to record it and facilitate everything around production. LAMP, the Library of Accessible Media for Pennsylvanians, part of the Carnegie Library System in Pittsburgh, providing the Braille programs for free. Also, Brian Rutherford, who has been an advisor to myself and Prime Stage as well. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank the folks that trained me, Deborah Lewis and Ruth Feldman of Audio Description Solutions, Steve Smith, Mimi Kennedy Smith of the Amaryllis Theater Company, of the folks over at LEAD, the Leadership Exchange in Arts and Disability, and the Kennedy Center for providing training, and Michael Snyder of Audio Description Access in Cincinnati, who got me started. So thank you very much again.
Wayne Brenda, producing artistic director, Prime Stage Theater.
And on behalf of Prime Stage, I'm honored to receive this recognition for serving a very important audience and providing opportunities for them to discover and enjoy the experience of live theater. With Nathan Ruggles as our describer, as Nathan said, it's not only a matter of wanting to make theater accessible to all audiences, and especially to this audience. We wanted to do it with quality. We could do, hey, we want to do audio description, but with Nathan as the guide and Nathan as our describer, we're providing more than just audio description. And that's the important thing. It's like with a touch tour, with the experiences before the show, with the experiences that enhance the show, like with the Braille programs and the large print. But also Nathan has been our guide to say, okay, what do we need to do to make this not only audio description, but to really bring the theater experiences to life for these audiences. That's really that's the important thing. And that's where we talk about the quality and the quantity. That's what it is. And then with the Engage program that we're working with the Holocaust Center of Pittsburgh for genocide awareness, here's another opportunity. Now we're reaching not just regional audiences, we're reaching international audiences. So how do we reach international audiences with theater and using with audio description? So those performances are also audio described in ways that are meaningful, entertaining, and inspirational. That's our goal. That's really our goal. And that's what Prime Stage is going to continue doing. We feel that this audience is extremely important. And we want to make this theater accessible, live theater accessible to them, whether it's online, whether it's streaming, or whether it's live. And we hope to also reach into younger audiences as well. So that's where Prime Stage is coming from. And again, we want to thank you very much for this honor, for this recognition. And our goal is now to build on this recognition to reach even more audiences. Thank you very much.
Achievement in Audio Description, Media, Individual. Jeff Thom, ADP Awards Committee Chair.
In the media category for individuals, it gives me enormous pleasure to present this award to two people whose voices are going to be very familiar to many of you. The award goes to Norma Jean Wick and Tony Ambrosio for the provision of audio description as part of NBC's coverage of the Tokyo and Beijing Olympics and Paralympics on behalf of Video Description Works. How many of you knew what a double axle was, or what somebody did up there on the balance beam? Their work required extensive research into the competitors and terminology for 68 sports over the summer and winter games, culminating in an improvisational high-wire act of live description, working alongside dozens of different announcer teams. Both Tony and Norma Jean have long-standing careers and commitment to the field of audio description, but the joy they have brought to so many of us through their Olympic description is truly unparalleled. Norma Jean and Tony, thank you very much and congratulations.
Norma Jean Wick and Tony Ambrosio, Descriptive Video Works.
Well, wow. Thank you to the ACB and its members for this honor. It's a privilege to do this work, and live television is fast. The moments are fleeting and full of split-second decisions, and they often leave us questioning whether we've achieved our only goal, and that is to serve you, our audience. And this recognition is humbling and encouraging because as much as our voices are in your ears, we value and appreciate hearing your voices too. It's an individual award, right, Tony? But truly a team effort. So we wouldn't be doing this, first of all, without the efforts of people like Tom Wadlikowski, the VP of Accessibility for Comcast, and the Descriptive Video Works founder, Diane Johnson, and of course, the commitment and dedication of NBC to providing this unparalleled coverage of these spectacles of sport, sportsmanship, and pageantry. And a personal thanks, as I've mentioned, to my colleague, Tony Ambrosio, and our producer, Monica Downer, and last but not least, Descriptive Video Works, and in particular, studio head Reese Lloyd, for inviting us to be part of this incredible journey. So thank you to all of you, and we look forward to keep pushing that boat along. Thank you.
And thank you to the American Council of the Blind for this humbling recognition. Thanks to Reese Lloyd at Descriptive Video Works for putting his faith in us. Thank you, Norma, for being a great friend, colleague, and always with the right encouragement. It has been overwhelming, the amount of support we have received from the visually impaired community, and you realize right then and there how valuable the service that Norma and I provide. And we are looking so much forward to future Olympics and Paralympics working together.
Achievement in audio description, visual art, museums, visitor centers, individual. Dan Spoon, ACB President.
Hello, I'm honored today to present Holly Griesemer for our Audio Description Project Award as an individual who's done outstanding work in the area of visual arts, museums, and visitor centers. Holly is a manager and program assistant with the Midwest National Park Service, and Holly concentrates on rivers, trails, conservation assistance, and most importantly, accessibility programs. Holly has been a wonderful advocate for our blind and low vision community, especially concentrating in audio description over the last 3 years. She spearheaded the Midwest Parks getting involved in 2 of our Unity Descriptathons 8 and 9, where many of the Midwest National Parks have audio described their visitors' brochures. In addition to that, she's worked to host community events highlighting the National Park Service employment opportunities and directing those towards our blind and low vision community. So we are honored today to recognize Holly Griesemer for her outstanding work in visual arts, museums, and parks. Unfortunately, Holly cannot be here today because she's dealing with a family situation. But Holly, thank you for all that you do to support audio description.
Achievement in audio description, visual art, museums, visitor centers, organization. Clark Rackful, ACB Director of Advocacy and Governmental Affairs.
Wright Brothers National Memorial in Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, has created a truly immersive and accessible experience for people who are blind and low vision. Upon entering the visitor center, visitors are greeted by friendly and knowledgeable staff, as well as braille and tactile panels depicting the 4 Wright Brothers flights. An audio tour is available at the Wright Brothers Visitor Center that guides the user through all aspects of the visitor center and their programming. Some of the most impressive features are the life-size description of the Wright Brothers plane, as well as the capability to sync the audio tour with video monitors depicting momentous occasions in flight. Outside of the Wright Brothers Visitor Center, guests can still have a very accessible experience by downloading and using the National Park Service app and experiencing the audio description included there as well. For these reasons, the Wright Brothers National Memorial is first in flight and first in accessibility. Here to accept the award for achievement by Visual Art Museum and Visitor Center, on behalf of the Wright Brothers National Memorial, I'd like to welcome Dave Halleck, Superintendent for National Parks, Eastern North Carolina.
David Halleck, Superintendent, National Parks, Eastern North Carolina.
Thank you, Clark. And I'd like to thank the American Council for the Blind for honoring Wright Brothers National Memorial with this 2022 Audio Description Achievement Award. Wright Brothers National Memorial commemorates and celebrates the achievement of the first human-powered controlled flight, which occurred on December 17th in 1903. That work, that achievement was a direct result of the ingenuity, genius, and perseverance of Orville and Wilbur Wright in overcoming significant challenges to achieve flight. I am proud to report that in 2018, we were able to reopen the Wright Brothers National Memorial Visitor Center, which, by the way, is a National Historic Landmark after several years of rehabilitating the entire building and also developing brand new exhibits. Part of that exhibit development included the audio description component, which is critical to interpreting the complexities of human flight development and doing it in a way within the National Historic Landmark Visitor Center that is commensurate with the historic fabric of the building. It is my honor to accept this award, and I would like to thank some of our staff that were involved in developing the audio description program. And those staff include Jin Prugzawan, Mary Dahl, Scott Babinowicz, Beth Hudick, Jessica Howard, and Krista Kovac-Hinsley for their very hard work to make this an exceptional program. Thank you again for this recognition, and I hope you all have a chance to visit Wright Brothers National Memorial soon.
Audio Description Project Public Sector Award. Sean Barrett, member, ADP Awards Committee.
The Audio Description Project is pleased to present the ADP Public Sector Award to the Centers for Disease Control Accessibility Program and the Office of the Associate Director of Communications in Atlanta, Georgia. This award is given for their diligent and professional work over the past 2 years promoting access to all media during the COVID-19 pandemic. The CDC has placed special emphasis on adding audio description to its videos so that all audiences, especially people who are blind or visually impaired, are afforded equivalent access to information and services offered to those in the general public without disabilities. The Audio Description Project and the American Council of the Blind earnestly thank the Centers for Disease Control for their hard work, professionalism, and dedication to ensuring that their multimedia product provides the highest quality of access for all members of the public. Accepting the award today is Mark Urban, Accessibility Program Manager, Centers for Disease Control. Congratulations, Mark.
Mark Urban, CDC, ATSDR, Accessibility Program Manager.
Thank you, Sean. The Centers for Disease Control is honored to receive this award. And my team and the team at the Associate Director of Communications are very humbled by the opportunity to add value across the United States and the world in ensuring health access for individuals with disabilities, and especially individuals with blindness or severe low vision. We worked through a process of moving from not understanding this topic and needing to really educate our workforce about the need for individuals who can't see what's happening on the screen to understand the best health messages being communicated. And that guidance has now been shared across the government and is used by numerous agencies as the basis for determining the accessibility of their video scripts. Thanks again to the committee. I want to thank the American Council of the Blind for their recognition of our hard work and appreciate all of the support that ACB's Audio Description Project provided in development.
International Award. Kim Charlson, ADP Steering Committee Co-Chair.
Oh, I'm Kim Charlson, and I will be presenting the International Award for Achievement in Audio Description. The World Blind Union, WBU, is the global organization representing an estimated 253 million persons who are blind or partially sighted worldwide. Members are organizations of and for the blind in 190 countries, as well as international organizations working in the field of vision loss. The WBU brings together national and international organizations of and for blind persons and organizations providing services to people with low vision who work on issues to affect the quality of life for all people who are blind. And 99% of respondents said that they believe audio description or more audio description should be available. And just this past year, the WBU and the American Council of the Blind once again collaborated to produce a Spanish translation of the ACB published title, The Visual Made Verbal, a training manual and guide to the history and applications of audio description, written by Dr. Joel Snyder. It is my great honor to present this year's International Award for Achievement in Audio Description to the World Blind Union and its new CEO, Mark Workman.
Mark Workman, CEO, World Blind Union.
Thank you very much, Kim, for those kind words. My name is Mark Workman. I joined the World Blind Union earlier this year, so this is one of those rare but delightful situations where I get to come in after all the hard work has been done, and I still get to receive the award. I'm very pleased to accept this award on behalf of the World Blind Union. I want to thank the American Council of the Blind, who have been such wonderful partners in the promotion of audio description, both in the United States and around the world. And I'd of course like to thank Dr. Joel Snyder for his substantial contributions to this field. For those who are blind or partially sighted, to fully participate in their communities, it's essential to have access to cultural works and artistic contributions. Audio description is a fundamental key to providing that access. At the WBU, we're proud to have played a small part in promoting audio description, and we greatly appreciate this recognition from ACB. I look forward to meeting many of you in Omaha. Thank you again for this very generous award.
Margaret Pfanstiehl Award for Research and Development. Dr. Joel Snyder, PhD, ADP founder and senior consultant.
Hello, this is Dr. Joel Snyder, founder of and senior consultant to the ACB's Audio Description Project. Dr. Chris Taylor and Dr. Elisa Parego, based in Trieste, Italy, have provided really a great service to the field of audiovisual translation, and more specifically to all who study, produce, appreciate, and use audio description. They are the editors of the recently released The Routledge Handbook of Audio Description. This handbook provides a comprehensive overview of the expanding field of audio description, the practice of rendering the visual elements of a multimodal product, such as a film, a painting, or live performance, into the spoken mode, and for the benefit principally of the blind and visually impaired community. So it is a real special pleasure for me to introduce my friends Chris and Elisa as the recipients of the International Audio Description Achievement Award for 2022.
Dr. Chris Taylor and Dr. Elisa Parego, University of Trieste, Italy.
Thank you, Joe, for that interesting introduction. And of course, we are both delighted and honored to receive this award. And I'd like to, apart from myself and Elisa, to accept this award also on behalf of all the 38 contributors, including your good self, Joe, who made this possible. And now I'll hand over to Elisa.
Yes, Chris said everything, but I'm really happy about the award as well. I'm honored and especially happy and grateful because the work that has enabled us to get to the book has been a real adventure. It's been a chance to know a lot more about audio description. It's been a chance to network with over 50 AD specialists in different fields. And so that's why it is so important for us to share the award with all the contributors. That's really important because this is a real joint effort, I have to say. It's been, a couple of years of...
Dr. Taylor displays the book.
In fact, this is the culmination not only of the 2 years of work in producing the actual book, but the culmination of 20, 30, even 40 years work on some people's parts. So let's hope that this does get used and get appreciated by the world of audio description. Thank you very much indeed.
Barry Levine Memorial Award for Career Achievement in Audio Description. Carl Richardson, ADP Steering Committee Co-Chair.
Hello, everyone. As co-chair of the Audio Description Project for the American Council of the Blind, it is my true pleasure and honor to recognize Mark Turris, Vice President of Audio Description, Captioning, and Accessibility for Paramount Global. I have had the pleasure of seeing him advocate for audio description as a colleague, consumer, and advocate. Mark has been in the field of accessibility and audio description for almost 40 years. He started out with Showtime, then he went on to ABC, where he oversaw captioning, and then at CBS in 1996, and now with Paramount Global. We want to thank Mark for his 40-year commitment to accessibility of television, paid TV, streaming, and theatrical releases. It is my true pleasure to give Mark this well-deserved award for the Barry Levine Memorial Award for Career Achievement. Thank you, Mark. Congratulations.
Mark Turritz, VP, Captioning and Audio Description, Paramount Global Access Services.
Thank you for that warm introduction, Carl. Hello, everyone, and I hope you're all having a productive time at the 2022 ACB Conference and Convention. When I learned that I was chosen to receive this award, I was overwhelmed by the significance of being given an award of such importance just for doing the work that I love in service for our blind and visually impaired and deaf and hard of hearing consumers, and just as I've done every day for the past 34 years at the major US broadcast networks, first at ABC and now at Paramount Global and CBS since 1996. First, I'd like to thank Kim Charlson, who so kindly nominated me, and the ACB's Awards Committee has selected me to receive this great honor. The body of work, which I'm so honored to be recognized here today, is not just me by any stretch of the imagination. It is a result of a very large, talented, and dedicated group of people, folks inside CBS and Paramount Global, our outside access services vendors who create the best-in-class audio description that you hear on our programs, and collaboration with advocacy groups such as the ACB's Audio Description Project. So this award is not only for me, it is also for all the people who are behind the end result that is our audio description. I'd also like to thank my wife, Kathy, and my adult sons, Jack and Jesse, and their partners, Jordy and Kara, who have always supported me through the many years I've devoted my life to accessibility, with my demanding job sometimes necessarily taking precedence. It is their love that always carries me. I'd also like to thank my 93-year-old father, Alan, and my late mother, Joan, for the life and unwavering support they always gave me, even if it meant that I chose Cooper Union Art School over the career in engineering or accounting they envisioned for me. But that all worked out. Thank you all again for this incredible honor, and enjoy the rest of your conference and convention.
BADIE, Benefits of Audio Description in Education. Susan Glass, BADIE Chairperson.
Hello, ACB. My name is Susan Glass, and since 2013, it's been my honor and privilege to chair ACB's Audio Description Project's Benefits of Audio Description in Education, BADIE, subcommittee. Each year, ACB ADP and our partner, the Described and Captioned Media Program, DCMP, co-sponsored the BADIE contest, in which blind and visually impaired young people ages 7 to 21 watch an audio-described film of their choice and then write a 300-word evaluation of the film's audio description. They share specific ways in which the audio description enhanced or detracted from their experience with the film. Members of the BADIE committee read all contest entries and choose first, second, and third place winners in 4 student age categories. The grand prize winner receives an iPad mini and an invitation to read their review at either ACB's legislative mid-year meetings or the National Conference and Convention. This year's second place award in the sophomores category goes to Achilles Budgeon of Agnes Smith Elementary School, Huntington Beach, California, for a review of The Case of the Missing Day. Aaron Martell from the Arapahoe Classical Magnet School in Richardson, Texas, wins first place in the sophomores category for his review of the video Archie the Brave. In the juniors division, Tatiana Sampson of North Dakota Vision Services School for the Blind, Grand Forks, North Dakota, wins second place for her review of the video Kindness Counts. First place in the juniors division is presented to Journey Rust of North Dakota Vision Services School for the Blind, Grand Forks, North Dakota, for his review of the video Dog Trainer. Our second place winner in the seniors category is Caitlin Davis from Huntington Beach High School, Huntington Beach, California, for her review of Against the Odds, The Rise of Mary Fisher. First place in our seniors category, and also this year's grand prize winner, is awarded to Brennan Lamara, again from Huntington Beach High School, for his review of the video, The Debaters. Congratulations to all of our winners. And now, Brennan Lamara will read his review to the American Council of the Blind's National Conference and Convention.
Brennan Lamara, Huntington Beach, California.
In the video of The Debaters, the description was pretty reliable. The difficulty mostly lay in the fact that for long sections of the video, there was only dialogue, therefore leaving nothing to be described. I'm not sure if there were any images on screen while they were debating. However, I found the description to be satisfactory in all other parts of the video. The describer guy was very professional sounding, and he did a great job relaying the events of the video in a succinct and easy to follow manner. For example, he described the initial logos very well. In my experiences watching movies, I take an educated guess on the quality of the description based on the initial logos. Because if they take the time to describe to the viewer the intricacies of a woman on a castle, which is one of the logos for Disney, they will probably give me a satisfactory movie watching experience. Also, in the beginning of the video, several characters are introduced, and they talk somewhat rapidly about themselves. The describer makes these transitions very well, and again, coming from my experiences with described movies, rapid transitions can be a little tricky to describe, but this guy did it perfectly. Overall, I really appreciated the description and the DCMB company as a whole for allowing us blind folk to watch movies like Decided. Thank you for bringing the magic of film to life for the blind.
A logo, ACB in print and braille, American Council of the Blind, together for a bright future.